I'm up here at Loveland Pass, and I brought a few buddies up here, and they're gonna do some FPV flying. For those of you who don't know what that is, well, this is what it is. I've been trying to figure out how to make this video, what I'm going to talk about throughout this video, while I show you guys all this amazing drone footage and SpinDown 2020. And I thought, I do have the GoPro 9. How is it going to be vlogging with the GoPro 9 in the front facing camera? Am I going to have the issue where we look at the monitor instead of the actual camera? But I don't know. These guys are flying over here, so let's go check it out. When you're hosting an event with 50 or so people at it, it's hard to take them all out, to bring them around and show them everywhere. So luckily I did get with a few people this morning, and we got this early flight stuff in with the FPV drones, the camera drones, and it's been pretty cool. Crazy cold up at the top where we started out. Now we're back down here at 9,000 or so feet. It's a much better day. One of my concerns about vlogging with the GoPro 9, even though it has a bigger battery, it now has that front screen. My concern is this bigger battery isn't gonna give us longer record time, because I'm already down to 74%. So we'll see how long it lasts throughout the day for vlogging. For most of my life, I've played around with RC cars, RC planes, all kinds of RC things. I even go way back to the point where you had those balsa wood planes and you would wind up the propeller and so I think it was just sort of natural when these RC drones, or what we called quads at the time, started coming out, that I was gonna try them. I just didn't know I was gonna get this into them. Here at this event, SpinDown 2020, we have people that fly all kinds of drones, people into YouTube, learning how to make their channels better. It's so cool to see a gathering of everything like this. And you couldn't really ask for a more beautiful place to do it. The cool thing this year is I'm having people speak at it. Instead of just me doing like instructionals, which I am gonna do, I've actually brought my buddy in, Jonathan Buckhouse, whose channel will be linked in the description, to speak and talk about how he made it full-time on YouTube prior to having 10,000 subscribers. Great information, and he's speaking now, so let's go check it out.
So the first tactic I had was,
Everybody.
and if you have a YouTube channel, email me your channel so I can come check out your stuff.
Let me interrupt for a second. When you're hosting an event like this, you're running around with your head basically cut off. You're doing so much stuff, and it's so hard to remember to actually entertain and film for this vlog that I'm working on about the GoPro 9, as well as trying to capture things for SpinDown 2020. So I missed a lot of footage. So far, the GoPro 9 was actually working out pretty well for me as a vlogging camera. Being able to have that front screen really helped me be able to set up shots that I wouldn't know for sure in a vlogging situation if it would work as well as, say, an action situation where you're always using the widest field of view. When you're vlogging, most of the time you're using linear view. Make sure you stay around to the very end of this video, and I'll give you my final thoughts about the GoPro 9 as a vlogging camera, how it does in low light, its auto wind reduction. At this point, everyone was having a great time. The winds had picked up with gusts of 45 miles per hour, and we decided to go ahead and do a Skydio 2 merch giveaway. Everyone had raffle tickets, and we were drawing numbers, and people were winning left and right, and it was so awesome that Skydio sent this stuff for this event. So let's go ahead and get back to the vlog. Skydio hat.
Riley!
Excellent.
Nice.
You're welcome. 038.
038.
Going once. Twice.
All right.
Lose.
Finally won something.
All right.
Last water bottle.
Last bottle.
034. Hey!
Fair enough.
Sean.
You're welcome.
Nice job on
And
getting
thank
the
you,
swag.
Scadio. Always something going on here. Well, usually there's something always going on here with the fact that the summer's been so weird. This 2020, it's sort of been limited on what's been going on here. It's been really cool that we've been able to get everybody together here for the drone event like we have. Beautiful place, but I hear it's one of the hardest places to sail a boat. Don't quote me on that because I don't sail, but it sure looks like it today with these things just tipping over crazy to the side and stuff. The amphitheater has a concert brewing. The wind is going crazy. The guys are still here at SpinDown teaching each other about drone stuff. Right now they're talking more and more about FPV, learning how to sort of take care of that kind of stuff. It's a process, I'll tell you that for sure. So one of the nice things about the GoPro 9 is just, even though it is bigger than some of the older action cameras, it really isn't any difference if you're vlogging with it. You can still put it to a Joby pod, you can still fit it in your pocket. It does have wind protection on it, which hopefully is working right now. You let me know in those comments if you can hear that wind blowing over my voice or if you can still hear me. Seems like with this front-facing screen, to be a pretty good vlogging camera. So many things I still need to find out by really testing the camera out myself. Right. The GoPro is still going strong on the vlog. 46% battery. I'm not sure. I'm impressed yet. I'm so sleepy. I've been up since like 5-something in the morning.
I know. I woke up and you weren't there.
We're gonna see how this works in low light now. Any second. Here we go. 1, 2, and poof! Black light bowling. How's this in low light? Vlogging in low light with the new GoPro 9. No clue. Let's go look at these a little bit closer. There we go. There we go. It's like a freaking disco in here now. You have the little disco dancing going on.
So XX,
Wait.
9, miss. So I got 2 X's.
Okay,
So your 2 X's equals 1 X. So we're equal. We're tied.
You got 2 in a row.
No, I didn't get 2 in a row. I got 1 and I got
I
another.
got an X square X in a row.
Oh, okay, yeah, you are here.
Ah, you heard it here first, everyone.
Great time.
Man, I'm glad you had a good time. Thank you very much. We're on the 10th frame, and this could be it. This could be it. We're about to find out. Oh! How'd you do, Rosie? Not too far. How'd you do?
What's going on? I didn't do so hot.
He almost brought his own balls.
I did. I brought 2, but I didn't bring the other.
That's the only reason I beat you, right? You would have kicked my ass.
Yes,
if you had
sir.
your
Yes,
own balls.
sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
all in the balls.
It'd been done. It was all in the balls. How round they are, how heavy they are.
You know what I want to do? I want to rub both of your heads, but I know I shouldn't
Mine
do that.
isn't as crisp as his.
Mine is greasy.
I've got peach fuzz on mine.
All right,
It's hot in here.
I want to see here.
Oh my lord.
Oh my God!
Well, we're gonna end SpinDown 2020 right here, right now, with that.
What's up?
We appreciate everyone who's watched SpinDown 2020 of 2020 with the GoPro 9, and I'm tired. Everybody, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for coming. If you don't know what this is, watch that card right there. Remember to subscribe, click that bell icon, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching my vlog so far. Let's deep dive just for a little bit and talk about how I feel it did in this vlog that we all just sort of watched together. I made a pros and cons list that I'm gonna just quickly go through. Let's start with the cons and get those out of the way. As you could probably tell while watching, the auto wind reduction feature doesn't work that great.
As the amphitheater has a concert room.
You can still hear me talking when it's on and the wind's blasting. However, with the GoPro Max, the auto wind reduction does an incredible job on this thing.
Now, how does this part sound listening to me with the same conditions on the GoPro Max? Whew, was there a difference?
You just have to then bump the audio levels back up because it does lower everything. However, when you bump it back up, you don't hear the wind. I do plan to do a side-by-side video messing around with the wind features instead of just using auto, actually turning them on, off, and all this other stuff. So if you are interested in seeing a video just about the wind reduction, make sure you do subscribe so you don't miss that upcoming content. As you can see towards the end of the video, when the bowling dropped the lights and we all went to blacklight bowl, it didn't do the greatest job in that low light situation. You could see how grainy it started to become. And as you saw there, when I'm jumping around from one place to another, the stabilization pretty much goes out the window. It is able to still capture everybody, but with this smaller size sensor in this thing, it's just not gonna perform like a camera, like a DSLR, or something with like a 1-inch sensor. So don't buy this camera thinking that it's gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread for low light, because it's not. Now, my only other complaint, and it's somewhat minor because it's not that bad, they've improved it since like the 8, is skin tones. I do think the skin tones in the Max actually look a little bit more realistic, sort of like what you're watching now on this DSLR compared to the sort of orangey tones that you get in skin on the 7, 8, and even the 9. So far, the Max has been my favorite camera by GoPro as far as predetermined color science goes, using the GoPro profiles versus even the 9. The 9 it's close, but it's a little different than the Max. Now let's get into the pros for the GoPro 9. Now, even though I'm a little skeptical on how it performs in the wind, when there is no wind, it's crisp, it's clean, and it's loud.
The cool thing about coming the day early is you get to hang out with me and I bring you to the secret spots.
It's a great audio for doing something like vlogging. If you're going to Disneyland or doing something where you're with your family and you need to be able to hear everybody, you're gonna hear everybody with this.
It's like I'm looking at a projected screen in the air.
But you can still see out of your peripheral, so you're still able to see line of flight.
Straight through the glass.
It's like Minority Report stuff going on here.
Now, this whole video that you just watched was actually filmed in 1080. I did not use the 4K, I did not use the 5K. If you guys are interested in seeing a video showing some of those features or that resolution, let me know in those comments. I think that it did a great job in 1080. It was crisp, it was clean, and nothing looked blown out. The front screen came in incredibly handy using this thing as a vlogging camera. Most of the time when I'm doing action, I'm in the super widest view that I can do, and you're just sort of pointing the camera so that you can tell it's pointing at you, and it does a great job. But when you're vlogging it closer up or trying to set up a shot and walk up into the camera and get some of those more artistic shots, it really does help having that front screen there to help sort of guide you and make sure everything's lined up correctly. Thumbs up for that. Now, the battery was something, as you saw in the video, I was concerned about.
My concern is this bigger battery isn't gonna give us longer record time because I'm already down to 74%.
But it lasted all day long. I do think that the battery in this, even with that front screen being powered, lasts longer than the GoPro 8 and the GoPro 7. Now, if you want to see me actually go out and test that, this is another thing I can go and make a standalone video about. Let me know in the comments below and I'm happy to do that. And the last pro is that even though this camera is slightly bigger than, say, the Osmo Action or the GoPro 7, even slightly bigger than the GoPro 8, when you put them next to each other in housings, it's really about the exact same size. So that larger size of the GoPro 9 is pretty much no big deal. So I wouldn't let that larger size affect your purchasing of the GoPro 9. So that's 3 cons and 6 pros. I'd say the GoPro 9 is not a bad upgrade at all. Would I go ahead and jump from the 8 to the 9 if I already had the 8? I guess it depends on how much money you want to blow. But I did lose my 8 off in a frozen stream somewhere. The current is really strong. It's so strong I can't even walk. You can watch that video there. I personally probably would not have gotten a 9 if I still had my 8. Now, if I've got an 8 and I'm debating on the 9, I would recommend grabbing a GoPro Max. Being able to shoot in hero mode and switch to 360 mode on the fly for shots that you just can't get with any of the other GoPros is incredible. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this video about vlogging with the GoPro 9 was helpful if you were curious about this camera. We'll see you in the next one.